Hey collective, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Coach Liz. All right, y'all, let's tap into the midweek energy. Let's see what your person is currently feeling towards you. Don't forget, y'all, this is a general reading, so if it does not resonate, don't force the shoe to fit. There'll be more readings to come. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You guys, thank y'all so much for the support. Thank you for joining the team. All right, y'all, let's get to it. What is your person's current energy towards you? Let's see. Collective's person's current energy. Okay, so we have boundaries. So somebody set some boundaries or setting them now. Maybe you set some boundaries, drawing the line, saying no. Maybe your person is. And then I see unconditional. So innocence, support, and whole heart. And then hoping, manifesting, expecting, and waiting at the bottom. So collective, either you set some boundaries, and I feel like you did it with love. You know, I feel like you did it with love because I do see unconditional love here. So just because you set boundaries does not mean you don't love people. If anything, I love you. And if I'm allowing you to stay in my life with these boundaries, or if I'm setting these boundaries and you're still in my life, that means I love you. Like, I love you. And even if I don't, if I set boundaries and I release you and you're not allowed to be around me or talk to me, that's also because I love you. I love us. And if I know we're toxic together, then I'm only ruining your life and you're only ruining mine. So someone is definitely setting some sort of boundaries respectfully. I also feel, though, you collective could have said, drew the line, between you and your person. Because I feel like you're expecting equal give and take. And it does feel like there was a bit of differences. Like somebody was either giving too much, the other one was taking too much, vice versa. There was clashing here, incompatibility. Maybe there was something that you guys were not seeing eye to eye, but it does feel like you had to set certain boundaries because somehow you felt either disrespected or taken advantage of. So, but I feel like you did it again respectfully, right? Like, I don't feel like you were creating any type of, I was going to say issues or problems, and then I see upheaval at the bottom of the deck. Maybe it was shocking to this person of how you handled the situation. Interview in reverse. So you guys are not talking. Maybe you guys aren't speaking right now. Maybe a conversation didn't go as planned as well. Or maybe someone's delaying a conversation. I don't know. That something was unexpected. I am seeing the tower in my third eye. So there was a change or a shift somewhere. And I think it was caused because you drew the line. You probably rejected this person. You maybe had to. Somebody was being avoidant or blocking their emotions. Maybe somebody was making you feel, dismissed. Because, I don't know, if your person fears, I want to say fears commitment, or it doesn't feel like it's commitment. There's a fear here, though. And whatever this fear is causing, it pushed you to have to draw some sort of boundaries. Or draw some sort of line or put up some sort of boundaries because I just feel like something wasn't fair. It just feels like somebody was avoiding something. What else? What is the collective's person currently feeling towards them? Realization, awareness, finding out, and coming to light, intimacy. So Okay, closeness, sexuality, and seclusion, and then loyalty. I feel like after you decided to set your boundaries or draw the line, collective, after you've maybe rejected this person, maybe they had already, maybe they rejected you after you set something straight. um, Whichever way it is, I feel like during this period, if you guys are not talking, which I don't feel like there's any contact right now with this interview in reverse, it does feel like this silence is bringing your person some sort of realization or awareness to y'all's connection, to the closeness of y'all's like connection. I feel like for some of you, they may even want to get closer. Like they feel your loyalty. It's like it's one of those things like you don't know what you have until it's gone, and I hate that. Like that's so annoying. That is so annoying. But it sometimes, unfortunately, you do have to stand up for yourself. Set those boundaries are sometimes there to remind people of your value, like if you're not going to give me my value and place me in your life in as priority, then fine, you won't get the same treatment either. And I feel like, I don't know if they were very dismissive when it came to their emotions towards you, but I feel like in some way, shape, or form, maybe you had to dismiss this person as well. You had to reject them just as much as they rejected you. And I don't feel like you did it out of revenge, because I'm seeing unconditional here. I honestly did feel like you did it out of protection for yourself and your emotions and your worth, right? Like if you're not going to invest in a connection between us, or even just express, because I do see concealing. So somebody was confused, maybe even how they felt, like their emotions, which is why it was hard for them to communicate or express how they felt, because they didn't even know what that was. They couldn't put a title or the words to their feelings, their emotions. So it's almost like my throat chakra is starting to mess up. So somebody's definitely struggling with their words or speaking up. But I feel like somehow your boundaries taught this person how to speak, and or it's teaching this person how to speak. I also sense like there's a bit of a karmic energy here. Like there's third parties. Like there's other people involved. I was picking that up as well. Escapade, vacation, hideaway, and adventure. Somebody could be traveling. Somebody's trying to hide and not have this conversation. There's I am getting also like distance, right? So it's like, I don't know if you and your person both needed to take like time apart, get that distance away from the situation, let it sit, and so that there could be different perspectives, or there could be a shift in perspective, right? Like seeing things from all angles, so that, because I'm getting the Six of Swords, so that things could move forward. Like there was a need for something to come to light, for someone to realize the type of connection that y'all had, that just their emotions within themselves, what they feel towards you, how they even want to act on those emotions. So I feel like you drawing the line really pushed this person to go within, so that they can make sense of everything that they had been feeling. Like it's like it's one of those things that sometimes you have to, if there's an argument or there's conflict between you and another person, and you just guys are just going at it, and there is no solution in sight, sometimes you do have to kind of like walk away from it, review it, analyze it, and then come back to the table with a clear headspace. Like, okay, now I see what you were saying. Now, can you see what I'm saying? Can there be a compromise? Can there be I feel like the conversation or the talk could go a little bit different when you take some time away from the issue. I feel like somebody could have been dismissing an issue, right? Like acting like it wasn't that big of a deal. And I feel like you setting some sort of boundaries showed someone like, okay, no, it is a big fucking deal. Like there's whatever boundaries were set here were received. The message was received. Let me just say that. It did bring some sort of clarity or understanding, whereas it's like you both were saying the same thing just differently, or you both had the same goal in mind, but you were going about it differently. So something about the lines of communication could have been lost in the sauce. I don't know. If there's distance, like if someone is away, because I am getting a bit of like physical distance, that also creates like miscommunication. And I'm saying that because there's like two birds on the phone line, right? And they're both on two different phone lines. It's like that broken telephone. The broken telephone game where it's like you say one thing and then by the time it makes it to your ears, it's like completely distorted, and it's the original phrase is nothing like what it is by the end of the game, right? So there's something about how things are being said or how things were being said. There was like some sort of misunderstanding there, or the message was getting lost. But I feel like you both sense that there is this unconditional love. Like there is this pull. I'm hearing gravitational pull to each other. So even if you guys are not talking, even if you guys are at a distance, there is this like pull. Mirror. There is this pull between you guys. It's like you guys are being divinely guided back to each other. Maybe after this period of no contact or not talking, not communicating, or misunderstanding. All right, what else for the collective? Current energy from their person, midweek check-in. King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Two of Wands. It's like somebody had to make a choice between two people, two different paths, two different directions. And sometimes when you have an option between two, one has to be rejected, one has to be dismissed, one door has to be closed in order for you to go in a different direction. So I don't know. Maybe, let me see. What is this boundaries for the collective? Their person's current energy. Page of Cups. And the 10 of Cups at the bottom. And the 10 of Pentacles. Ooh. And the Moon. So a message of love, an apology. This feels more than an apology. Like this feels more like somebody. What about, hold on. Page of Cups. And the High Priestess. Ooh. And Justice. Pisces energy. Somebody could be very intuitive. I'm getting divine feminine energy. If this is you, divine feminine or collective, it does feel like you sent some sort of message, or you said something to this person that you drew the line. And it was because you were respecting yourself. Like it wasn't, I'm not sensing like I said, it doesn't feel like you were just dismissing someone or just wanting to reject them out of fear. This feels more so like it's like you could see the truth of a situation. Maybe this person was rejecting you and you can see why they were doing so. Maybe you could see that they had this irrational fear whatever it is, because you're holding a candle. You're holding a candle, and I just feel like whatever was said is like, the light, the candle symbolizes like you holding the light, you knowing information, that inner knowing, that intuition that tells you, hey, something is not right, something is right, or you need to get the fuck out of there, or you know what, you're safe here, like that voice, that inner knowing shed light on somebody's fear, and it either you said something to this person that made them feel like you were rejecting them. But I think that you setting boundaries was not for rejection. It was more so for protection. It was more so for you to yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. Because it was more so protection. It was you communicating what you were okay with and what you were not okay with. Especially if someone has this fear, right? The high priestess cannot function or function. I'm having such a hard time finding my words today. I don't know if your person is going through the same thing, but it's like the high priestess cannot she cannot be the best version of herself, or he, put yourself where you fit in, if fear is the leading agent, right? Fear and faith cannot coexist. And the high priestess is a spiritualist. Like, this is a person who trusts in her faith, in her spirituality, in the fact that the creator will provide the answers when and where and how the timing is right. It's like you don't rush, you don't force, you don't control, you literally just exist. As a high priestess, you cannot have it's difficult to be a high priestess and also try to control outcomes, because then your ego will mislead you. So the best the best high priestess knows, or a good high priestess knows, that they have to function out of complete faith, blind faith. That's it. And something told you, you received some sort of download, you either had a dream, because the high priestess rules the third eye and the crown chakra, right? This is your connection to the divine, right? This is the beyond. So either you receive some sort of download, some channel, a dream, a message, a sign, a synchronicity. I don't know what it was, collective, but whatever it was, I feel like it led you to set boundaries. And either the person that you're connecting with feels rejected or dismissed, which I think that's where the miscommunication is coming in, where it's like maybe they feel like you no longer want them, or you're no longer interested in them, when in reality you're just like, no, I'm just protecting me. I'm just protecting what I know. I'm protecting what's already been, because something has already been revealed to me. What is this rejection? Two of Cups. I'm telling you, you did it out of love. You didn't do it for revenge. You didn't do it to hurt anybody. You're literally set boundaries. My throat chakra's acting up again. You did it to protect yourself, and also maybe this connection with the Two of Cups. This partnership, this is love, this is soulmate, this is two people coming together. Two of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles, and the Sun. Yeah, you did it. It's one of those things I'm hearing, when a child is about to get their tail whooped by a parent, right? And the parent, it says, this is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. It honestly does feel like you setting these boundaries is like, because you did it from a place of love and respect, it was like, yeah, this is definitely going to hurt me more, because now it's like me cutting off access to you is also me cutting off access for myself from you. So, yeah, it's definitely, it does feel like a definite, like a tough decision that you had to make. It does feel heavy, but again, you did it out of protection for yourself. It's, especially if this person was functioning out of fear. You can't be led by fear. Not as a high priestess. You cannot. You will be led right into danger. You will be led right into never land. Call it what you want. But can't. What else? For the collective. Yeah, look at the double right there at the bottom of the deck. Fear. And the Three of Swords. So I am getting a bit of despair and hurt. Heartbroken because you decided to walk away and focus on your work. 88, the number 88 could be significant, or 888. It does feel like you just had to take your power back from whoever this was. You taking your power back either caught this person off guard completely, or it did leave a sense of loss, void, emptiness. That I don't think they were expecting for you to protect yourself the way you have, or the way you are, from them. There's a lot of noise in the background right now. So they could be going through a lot as well. What else? Three of Swords, Three of Swords. For some of you, somebody could have went through something from their past that left them hurt. Sorry, y'all. Somebody's outside my door. Okay. Distractions. Ugh, I don't know. Okay. I'm back. Focused. So, Three of Swords and the Two of Cups. I feel like somebody's fear when it comes to love and partnerships, because I do also sense like maybe your person was battling with commitment issues, right? Committing because of their fear. And I feel like it really stems from something from their past, them going through something painful, some sort of heartbreak that kept them in denial, especially when it came to their emotions. Somebody had a blocked heart chakra. They would suppress their emotions or just turn a blind eye. There could I am getting a third party energy. Like, I don't know if somebody was cheated on, lied to, betrayed as well. I am getting that. So that could be where fear is coming from as well. Unconditional. Seven of Swords. I said something about cheating. Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Somebody could have lied, cheated. So those stories from the past, or that experience from the past, lingers. It keeps this person overthinking, like they're bound by their thoughts. It's like they hold on. Someone's carrying a lot from their past. And I feel like that's coming to light, especially because you set certain boundaries. Like, your boundaries really trigger someone's awakening. Someone's, I just heard release. Like, they're breaking free from their own victim mentality as well. Like, your unconditional love, your innocence, created a safe space for this person to really just be who they are and to just be able to drop everything. Like, I'm seeing someone just say, you know what, fuck, I'm tired of carrying it all. But I feel like it was because you set some sort of boundary. So it was like this person had to sit with their thoughts, they had to sit with their emotions. You brought those emotions up to the surface, so now it was like they couldn't hold them, they couldn't hide them anymore, right? They had to face them, stare them right in the face. Like, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. I'm hearing self-preservation. I'm getting ego, pride, protection. This person is. I'm seeing a mask, like somebody wearing a mask. Like, someone got so used to wearing this mask that they lost. Maybe they've lost the true version of themselves, like who they actually want to be, who they want to become. I just heard life purpose, and I feel like your unconditional love has allowed for this mask to fall off. But even with the mask falling off, someone's overthinking and fear of commitment and love kept them stuck and bound. Like, it's almost like somebody is in there's this other reader that I like to watch. She says the 8 of Swords is the toilet paper torture, where it's like the person is bound by just like toilet paper and they can actually break free from it. Like, it's really the only reason why you're bound is because of your own limiting thoughts. And I feel like this is what your person is going through. They're realizing that the only thing that's keeping them bound is their own limiting thoughts. It's almost like you didn't approach this person from a place of defensiveness. You didn't fight, you didn't argue, you just showed up as you, right? And the more you just showed up as your authentic self, it was like their baggage became more clear to them. Whereas before, if they were connecting with individuals who mirrored like, they had a lot of shit, your person had a lot of shit. Now everybody's shit was just all over the place. It was chaos. But when one healed person shows up and then an unhealed person shows up, the healed just like hurt people, healed people heal people. So I feel like because you're showing up as a high priestess, as your authentic self, you shed light on this person's wounds and traumas that it triggered them. Like, damn, like, okay, maybe it is me. I am the problem. Like, I need to work on myself. And I feel like your unconditional love provided a space for them to reveal these parts of themselves, because I do see something coming to light. And I just realized I said something about the candle, and then this card says coming to light. So you definitely shed light on something that this person had been carrying around for so long, that it was literally keeping them mentally bound. And it was a story that they kept telling themselves. There's so much noise downstairs. I hope y'all don't hear that. It just kept them stuck and bound. And I don't even know what I was about to say. Dang. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna keep going. I lost my train of thought in the Ace of Cups. It was keeping them from giving y'all this cup of love. Having this new beginning in love. What is awareness, finding out, and coming to light? Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So Queen of Pentacles. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is down to earth. She's stable. She's secure. She creates her own peace. Like I said, you showed up as your true authentic self. And this is exactly what triggered this person to realize that they in fact could be the problem. What about the Queen of Pentacles? Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this person also realized that you are the true definition of unconditional love, right? Like I said, it feels like you didn't try to control them. You didn't try to change them. You didn't try to force them. You didn't try to do anything. What you did is just set boundaries to protect yourself. And you went on your merry way. Page of Pentacles. And then the Three of Pentacles. Some of you, something about inner child. Your inner child. Your inner child, or your person's inner child. Maybe you triggered this person's inner child, right? Maybe these memories or these fears have been lingering since this person's childhood. It's like you nurtured, your energy is so nurturing and caring that, again, it's kind of like a wounded animal, wild animal. It's like usually you wouldn't trust a human to heal them, but something about you and your energy and how you showed up, it's like you could see the wound. You could see this person was bleeding, and instead of trying to chase after them or try to like force your healing abilities or your healing nature, your nurturing and charming abilities. I don't know why I keep wanting to say charming. Caring, charming, maybe. It's like the person, you created such a safe space that they came towards you for the healing, right? Like you allowed them to come to you for that healing. And I feel like they're realizing this, because I literally just had like some sort of epiphany my damn self. Like, I feel like your person is sitting back right now thinking like, dang, like, there is nothing that this divine feminine or the collective did that, that makes me want to just move away from them. If anything, I want to get closer to them. If anything, I want to give them this offer. I want to come bring something to them. But with the Page of Pentacles, it's almost like they know that they're not yet at the level that they need to be in order to come in and give you something that's worth your time and effort, right? And I don't mean that as in like, oh my God, you're better than this person. I'm just saying that this person is still working through some inner child wounding. That's helping them realize that there is a little bit more maturing to do. There's a little bit more work to do. It's like they're piecing certain things together like a puzzle. Look, Three of Pentacles. It's like they're piecing certain things together. Maybe they're even collaborating with other people that they're helping them see certain parts of themselves that need to be healed. And maybe that's why they're not ready to have this conversation or have come together with you. Maybe that's why they still don't have the words to express to you how they feel, because they themselves, I feel like, are still trying to figure out who they are. Where these traumas or where this hurt is coming from or where this fear is coming from. And I feel like if it's inner child wounding, if it's something that they experience in their childhood, it takes a little time. It takes piecing the puzzle together, right? Having these conversations with other people in their family, or maybe conversations with exes like, hey, how come we just never worked out, or what could I have done differently or better? That takes a big ass person to reach out to an ex just to simply know where the fuck I went wrong, like where you went wrong, so that you could be a better person for yourself, for your children, for someone else, or for that, whatever, just a better person, period. So I do feel like they are doing some deep introspection and deep healing, because a lot of things are coming to light for them. A lot of things they're realizing a lot of things about themselves. What is this interview in reverse? Someone's interviewing. Not, maybe for some of you, you could be going on an interview, because I did say something about work, but when I said interview, it's like someone's going within to view like themselves in a different light. Like they're going within, they're having conversations with themselves, like asking themselves the tough questions, like, why am I like this? Who do I want to be? How can I be that? How do I become XYZ? You know, what can potentially block me from my childhood? Like somebody's asking some tough questions. What is this interview in reverse? The Hermit literally talks about introspection and isolation to gain another perspective with the Hangman. I love it when my spirit team just be like, yes, what you're saying is true. So if you guys are not talking right now, which it doesn't feel like you are, the Hermit's Virgo energy, the Hangman is Pisces energy, and then the Three of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Four of Cups. So the Hermit does talk about isolation and introspection. This is to gain, knowledge, going within, tapping into the inner self. Definitely working on that inner child for sure. So it's like this person is having those tough conversations with themselves. They can't talk to you, or they can't express to you yet how they feel, because they have to figure out how they feel in the first place, or what is it even that I feel, or what is it even that I want. Somebody could have used somebody could be taking a solo trip, or something about a solo trip is here. But it feels like this is like a retreat, or to retreat, right? To gain some clarity, some insight. Maybe that's what you need, collective, or maybe this is what your person is doing right now. Maybe they're spending a lot of time by themselves, retrieving, hiding away. I am getting a solo trip though. What else? And the Eight of Wands. So they can finally come in and have a conversation with you. Eight of Wands. So that things can move forward. For some of you, your person could want to travel with you as well. I feel like for some of you, your person wants to express to you like what it is that they've been holding on to for so long, like what they've been carrying for so long. I feel like they're seeing it from a different perspective now, where as before they felt like they had to carry it. Now I feel like they realize that they have to put some shit down. They have to let some shit go. Exactly. Because they are the butterflies. They're transforming. They're not this old version of themselves which they once identified with. Somebody's growing up, and somebody's growing up because they're taking the time to introspect, to see which parts of themselves need some TLC. I'm hearing with the Page of Pentacles. It's like somebody wants to come in and give you an offer, but because you're this Queen of Pentacles, there could be an age difference, or just like I said, in maturity, just emotional maturity. You could be more grounded. You're aware of your emotions. You can control them pretty well. With the Page, you're still kind of learning. We're learning here. Something about learning, higher learning as well could be significant. Somebody could be, like your person could be collecting information. I was just about to say data. This could just be about themselves, educating themselves about, I was going to say meditation, because I don't know, I did pick up on the spirituality with the High Priestess. So somebody could be gaining more knowledge when it comes to divination, spirituality, things like that. The Page of Pentacles talks about that. And I feel like doing so brings forward movement. Things got so quiet now. So it does feel like somebody was dealing with a lot of noise, a lot of things going on, distractions, people, opinions, just a lot. Fear of their own, traumas of their own. And it was like you setting these boundaries definitely triggered this person to just let it go. Drop it all. Stop pretending. Stop lying. Stop trying to hold it all together. Release it. But I feel like you had to kind of like distance yourself from this in order for them to work through their own inner conflict, because it does feel like inner conflict for sure. Okay, well, that is your person's current energy. I don't know if I want to pull anything else. I will get some channel messages. Let's see. Channel messages from the collective person. What do they want to say to them? Current energy, please. Current energy. My ex keeps tempting me. So for some of you, there are people here from the past. I don't know if I wanted to say something about a third party, because I saw the Three of Swords and the Two of Cups. So there either somebody had to choose between two people, or they were just there's boundaries that need to be set towards an ex. Something about a sister could be significant here. I just heard the phone go off. So something about a sister could be significant. What about it? Or somebody may need to set boundaries with a sister and an ex. What else for the collective? I'll be moving on. Maybe somebody needs to tell an ex that they're moved on. Maybe that's what your person had to set straight. Maybe that's what they were holding on to. Can I have a second chance? And I feel like they want to come in and have the second chance, because we did see the Eight of Wands, because love is on the brain. People told me to leave you alone. So there are people here that definitely there's boundaries, right? There's definitely boundaries needed. It's weird that there's an ex, a sister, and other people here that want to get in the way. Confirmation again. Oh, y'all's connection? That's weird. I'll be your protector. Okay. And let's elope. Oh, shit. Somebody wants to move. And I was picking that up with the Eight of Wands. Like somebody wants to move something forward. Like something could pick up speed after these boundaries are set and people are placed in their lane where they belong, minding their own damn business. Oh, and this one says, I went back to my ex. Ooh. What else? And then single. So I don't know. It does feel like there's somebody here. I pray for someone like you. It does feel like somebody here wanted, like their ex wanted them back. So that's why they kept tempting. They kept tempting. And that's where the boundaries, like somebody had to draw the line, or somebody needs to draw the line. And something about you, collective, you were like, maybe you found out, maybe you saw a message from an ex or something like that. And you were like, yeah, no, we're not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not going to be no one's third party. I said there was a lot of distraction and a lot of noise. So, and this feels like a lot of fucking noise. Like an ex, a sister, family members, friends. Like maybe that's where the boundaries need to come in. And that's why the Ten of Wands are showing up, because it's a lot of shit. I said something, there was noise. So somebody could be doing construction or reconstructing their life, seeing who belongs in it and who doesn't. Maybe. Okay, collective. I think that's really all I have now before I get pissed off with these people. All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Thank y'all so much again for the support, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.